Okay. Yeah, what are you thinking? Yeah. Yeah.
It is 6 p.m. The May 19th, 2025 session of the City of Eau Claire Plan Commission is called to order. If you plan to speak tonight, please complete a public hearing contact form located on the back table and give it to one of our planners at the front table. I ask that everyone turn your cell phones off or to silent mode. I will call the attendance roll. Commissioner Brewster.
Present.
Commissioner Davis.
Here.
Commissioner Erickson.
Here.
Commissioner Holzman.
Here.
Commissioner Lawson.
Here.
Commissioner Leonard.
Here.
Commissioner Reed.
Here.
Commissioner Zoig.
Here.
And Commissioner Helgeson, the chair, is here. Great turnout. We have all 9 of us here tonight. Wonderful. We do have a quorum, obviously, with 9 members present. I will read our standard introductory statement for how we conduct business at our meetings. During tonight's meeting, Plan Commission members will be participating in person to deliberate and take action on the agenda items before us. The Plan Commission attempts to conduct its public hearings in a relatively informal manner within the constraint that we must deal with the issues before us in an orderly and businesslike fashion. We give the applicant an opportunity to speak first, and then others are each permitted to speak, either for or against the proposal. We do request that everyone restrict their comments to the issues before us, avoid unnecessary repetition, and be prudent in the use of time. We want to be sure that we have adequate time to deal as carefully with the last items on the agenda as with the first. If you wish to view but not comment at tonight's meeting, it can be viewed through the live event link on the city's homepage under Public Notices and Meetings. This meeting is being recorded at the same location. We will move on to agenda item 3, which is the introduction of our 3 new Plan Commission members, Commissioner Lawson, Commissioner Brewster, and Commissioner Reed. And I will open up for these new commissioners if you would like to say make a brief comment or whatever you like. Commissioner Lawson.
Thank you, Chair. Dale Lawson, my background is in the building materials industry, either in sales or distribution. Most of my career was in distribution, but the last 4 years have been in manufacturing of homes. Recently retired from Wausau Homes. Also, when I lived in Wausau, my wife and I moved to Eau Claire almost 3 years ago now. During part of my time there, I served for 9 years on the Wausau School Board, and 2 of them as president of the school board over there. So that's my background a little bit.
Thank you, Commissioner Lawson. How about Council Member Brewster, who's joining us?
Thank you, Chair. I'm starting my 2nd year on City Council. I represent District 3. I'm deeply interested in both affordable housing and land use issues, so I thought Plan Commission would be a good fit for that. And I look forward to working with you all.
Thank you, Commissioner Brewster. Council Member Reed.
Thank you. Yes, I am one of the newest council members, also one of the youngest. I have a history in enterprise software and computer science, so a little different, although I do advocate for bike-friendly infrastructure in my personal time as well. I look forward to learning as much as I can with all of you in the future, so thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Reed. Would you grab your nameplate? It's slid down a little bit on us. We want to know who you are. Thank you. Thank you. So we'll move on to item number 4, which is election of officers. So we have 3 officers. We have a chairperson, a vice chairperson, and a secretary. First, we will open nominations for the office of chairperson. Commissioner Davis.
Sorry, I'd like to nominate Chair Helgeson. If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Second.
Are there any other nominations? Any other nominations for chair? Seeing none, I will close nominations and I will call the roll. I'm going to do something a little different tonight. Instead of going always alphabetically, I'm going to rotate so the pressure's not on Commissioner Davis all the time, because we have Commissioner Brewster here now, who leads our alphabetical list. So I will call the roll for Commissioner Helgeson as the chair. Commissioner Davis.
Aye.
Commissioner Erickson.
Aye.
Commissioner Holzman.
Aye.
Commissioner Lawson.
Aye.
Commissioner Leonard.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Zoig.
Aye.
Commissioner Brewster.
Aye.
And I'm going to abstain. That's 8 yea votes and 0 nay votes. Thank you very much, Commission, for your confidence in me. I really appreciate working with you all and hope to continue some great work here for the city. We'll move on to our election of our vice chairperson. That position was vacated by Susan Wolfgram, who served quite a bit of time here on the commission, so that position is currently open. Are there any nominations for vice chairperson? Commissioner Brewster.
I would like to nominate Commissioner Erickson.
Is there a second on the nomination of Commissioner Erickson?
I'll second it.
Approved, or motion and seconded for Commissioner Erickson. Any more nominations from the commission for vice chair? Any more nominations? Seeing none, we will close the nominations and we will take this to a vote for Commissioner Erickson as our new vice chair. I'm going to start off with Commissioner Erickson.
Abstain.
Abstain. Commissioner Holzman?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawson?
Yes.
Commissioner Leonard?
Aye.
Commissioner Reed?
Aye.
Commissioner Zoig?
Aye.
Commissioner Brewster?
Aye.
And Commissioner Davis?
Aye.
And that vote passes 8-0. Congratulations, Commissioner Erickson,
Thank you all
as the
very
new
much.
chairperson, sorry. Our last position is our secretary position, currently held by Commissioner Davis. And I will open the floor for nominations for the secretary position.
I'll
Commissioner Zoig.
nominate Commissioner Davis.
We have a motion for Commissioner Brewster.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for Commissioner Davis. Are there any more nominations from the commission for the secretary position? Any more nominations? Seeing none, I will close the nominations and I'll call the vote for Commissioner Davis as continuing as our secretary. Commissioner Holzman.
Aye.
Commissioner Lawson.
Aye.
Commissioner Leonard.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Zoig.
Aye.
Commissioner Brewster.
Aye.
Commissioner Davis.
Abstain.
And Commissioner Erickson.
Aye.
That also passes 8-0. Congratulations to Commissioner Davis for continuing as our secretary. Thank you all for the full slate of officers here tonight. We will move on to item number 5, which is our open public comment period for those items that do not appear on tonight's agenda as a public hearing or any other comments not related to an agenda item. Items number 7, 8, and 9 are noted as public hearings on the agenda and have specific comment periods included during the discussion of those items. Item 10 will be a discussion amongst commissioners only. Item 6, our consent agenda, is open for public comment at this time. Is there anyone here wishing to give public comment on item number 6 or any other issues not related to tonight's agenda? If you would like to comment, please come forward. Anybody that would like to comment, item 6 or any other issues not on the agenda? Seeing none, we will close item number 5 and move to our consent agenda, item number 6. Tonight, this item has 3 sub-items: approval of the April 14th, 2025 Plan Commission minutes, a plat for, is it called Firenze Estates, and a Folsom Street water utility easement. I'm going to add some new statements here tonight after consulting with the assistant city attorney. These items will be acted upon by a single vote. Are there any commission members that have questions or would like to see one or more of the 3 sub-items removed from the consent agenda and placed on the regular agenda? Anybody that has questions on any of those items or would like to see any one of those items put on the regular agenda? Seeing none, We will keep them all on the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Commissioner Zoig,
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
is there a second?
I'll second it.
Commissioner Leonard, we have a motion and a second on approving the consent agenda. Is there any discussion amongst the commission on the consent agenda? Seeing none, I will call the vote. Commissioner Lawson,
Aye.
Commissioner Leonard,
Aye.
Commissioner Reed,
Aye.
Commissioner Zoig,
Aye.
Commissioner Brewster,
Aye.
Commissioner Davis,
Abstain.
Commissioner Erickson,
Aye.
and Commissioner Holzman,
Aye.
and Commissioner Helgeson votes aye. That motion passes 8-0. Thank you very much. We will now move on to our regular agenda. Our staff presenter for this item, which is going to be a public hearing for North High School parking lot, will be Mr. Baumgartner.
Good evening, Commissioners. Congratulations on all being promoted to where you are, and for most of you just staying in the same positions you've been in. Yep, so this is a application for a site plan on a public zone property, so it's going to work a bit differently than your normal site plan. So it'll be heard here tonight as a recommendation to City Council for approval. And so this one is for a parking lot expansion at North High School. So this is up on the north side of town. It's just north, I guess, of Dell's Pond. If you want to look at the larger scale, it's kind of up in the upper center portion of the map. It's PZ 2502. So here's a copy of the notification area. And notice that this one is a bit smaller than normal. So with public zone properties, the notification area is just around the site itself. It's not around the entire parcel, which is good, because in this case, the parcel itself is 47 acres versus the about half-acre area for the actual site. And here's an aerial photo, it's kind of showing off the approximate bounds of the actual site area. So the request is to go and install a new 69 stall parking lot. This is the third phase in the overall redevelopment of the site. This is the first one actually was at the scale that it was prompting a site plan through a plan commission, because it was involved with parking directly, where otherwise it was something like concession stands or things like that, minor things. So this one was prompted as part of the parking, and this is largely due to the fact that they'd actually lost 26 parking stalls as part of one of the additions they'd done previously in one of the other phases. So with this proposed parking lot, they're going to be moving all of their staff onto this back lot, and the goal is to try to reduce the congestion and kind of their front parking lot, making it safer for students and other drivers on the north side. So additional space they also have noted as it will say it's just the same congestion things. So this will provide further parking and flexibility for the site overall. Regarding actual standards with it, so first I'll note that this is on the site of the old soccer complex on the property, where its new one was built to the northwest, and this is directly to the east of the current tennis center in the property. Regarding the site plan itself, this is the site plan. There's a couple rows on there. It's 3 rows of parking. It's a parking lot. There's 69 stalls. There's not too much to talk about on it, frankly. Comes down to it, staff has 2 conditions for the actual, planning staff had 2 conditions on it. One, they're both having to do with landscaping. The first is that they put parking lot end caps on the various rows, and that's just little islands, essentially, with trees on it, just to kind of beautify the parking lot a bit. The second condition was to go and put street trees along Marquette. That's normal rate of 1 per 30, and they can do that either across the entire thing if they like, or they could just do it along that portion where they're actually developing. Other than that, the only other conditions staff would have are just in terms of things like stormwater, stuff like that, which they provided a whole great big stormwater plan for the entire site and all the phases. And that's something that they will have to review in the future. So again, this is not a request for approval, it's a request for recommendation of approval to the City Council next week. And with that, I'll stand for any questions.
Any questions for Mr. Baumgartner? Seeing none, thank you, Mr. Baumgartner. Is the applicant here tonight? Anybody from the school district or Point of Beginning consulting firm? Apparently not. We will not hear from the applicant tonight. The chair would entertain a motion from the commission.
To move into discussion.
Yes.
I so move.
Okay. Is there a second? Commissioner Holzman seconds. Any further discussion on the North High School parking lot? Commissioner Brewster.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I guess when we're looking at parking lot expansions, even for public entities, I guess my preference would be to see numbers that show that it's needed, especially given that we're looking at somewhat declining enrollments in some of our public schools, and so I guess moving forward, I would like to see parking, not necessarily a parking study, but find out how necessary this actually is. I didn't get a chance to go drive around the parking lot at North and check it out for myself, but.
Mr. Baumgartner, were there anything in the packet that would describe the need or?
So Mr. Helgenson, they did note, I guess, that they lost some parking as part of the overall phased plan, but beyond that, I myself don't recall anything in particular. This is just a part of the overall work in the site, so they're replacing 24 stalls and adding some additional ones just to go and reduce congestion in their main lot. Oh, yes, that is a good point, Ned. So you can see kind of on the upper side of the aerial photo there, they did go and actually, as part of some of the repaving and kind of modification of the parking lot, they did add a series of, looks like islands up there, some pedestrian paths. They did lose some stalls up there in the name of going and making it a more functional and pleasant parking lot in general, so that would have gone and kicked out the need just a bit further than the 24 they lost as part of their addition. But yeah, beyond that, I mean, it's.
Thank you. That's good, helpful information.
Yeah.
Is there any further discussion on this item, Commissioner Zoig?
Thank you, Commissioner Chairman. I actually live over here, and I was wondering how the heck they were ever going to recover the parking from the addition and the things they've done on the backside. It is a full lot in the morning. I mean, it's packed, and they have a lot of no parking in the area, so this is 4 blocks around North High School is no parking during school time, so I'm actually glad to see this come to the Planning Commission, because there is not enough parking in that North High School lot since they redid everything, so.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, I will call the vote. Commissioner Leonard.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
Commissioner Zoig.
Aye.
Commissioner Brewster.
Aye.
Commissioner Davis.
Abstain.
Commissioner Erickson.
Aye.
Commissioner Holzman.
Aye.
Commissioner Lawson.
Aye.
And Commissioner Helgeson votes aye. This motion passes 8-0. We'll move on to item number 8, which is a public hearing on a conditional use permit, a detached garage on 3rd Street. Presenter is Mr. Baumgartner.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Again, long time no see. So this proposed conditional use permit for a detached garage is on the north side. It's it's just a little bit south of the dam going across the Chippewa River. So here's a view of the notification map and the 300-foot notification area. Here's a close-up, kind of zoomed-in picture of the subject property, and it shows the existing garage. So note the existing garage comes in under 1,000 square feet. The request is to go over 1,000 square feet up to 1,200 square feet. And they're also proposing to go up to 24, 25 feet in height, where the ordinance would normally allow up to 1,000 square feet in the backyard or an 18 feet in height. So both of those items would require conditional use permit. There really aren't any specific standards in the ordinance for a detached garage for going and requesting to go above and beyond the normal ordinance, beyond it comes through normal plan commission. That's just the normal bulk standards. You know, so basically, be a good neighbor, that kind of thing. So I guess this is where there's a survey of the property. So the proposed garage is actually proposed to be in the same spot as the existing one. It would just extend further to the east. So it'd still have the same 3.5-foot setback, or 3 foot, depending on where you are at. It would just go straight across. It's proposed to still maintain the same, no more than 2 feet from the property line. It's all proposed to be code except for that area and height difference. And I have some elevations for it. It's a very nice garage. Actually, its square footage wise might be bigger than my apartment. And it's got nice siding, 3.5 stalls on the bottom floor, and the top floor is 2 office spaces and a great room, storage area, and a bathroom. It is not an ADU, and actually would, as it is right now, it wouldn't meet the ADU standards in the current ordinance or the proposed one in the future, especially with the proposed setback it's going to be at. Here is the floor plan. You can see the office spaces and great room storage area that I had mentioned. And see that's the next one. So staff has 2 conditions proposed for this. First is that they have to obtain a building permit prior to the construction. So that's a pretty typical thing. And the other one is that if it's proposed to be located within 10 feet of the existing home, it has to meet some higher building standards. That's typically it's fireproofing within 10 feet, and that's typically in form of extra sheet or drywall or sheetrock kind of on that side. So it's pretty standard things. And staff really doesn't have any other conditions recommended for you beyond those 2. So I'll stand for any questions.
Questions for Mr. Baumgartner? Commissioner Brewster.
Thank you, Chair. I'm looking at the plan there. Right by the bathroom, is that like a shower also?
Commissioner Brewster, I believe that is a hot water heater and kind of a storage closet. I'm not 100% on that, and I'll certainly defer that to the applicant if it is different.
Yeah. I don't know, the plan looks like it would be very, very easy to convert to an ADU with minimal, outside knowledge of that going on.
So something to note, one of the big distinguishing characteristics of an accessory dwelling unit is that it has a kitchen. And that without that, it's just a bathroom. It's essentially a she shed or a man cave at this point that's being proposed.
Okay.
Any more questions for Mr. Baumgartner? Commissioner Lawson?
Just a bit of history. When these have come before the city or this commission in the past, have things like this been accepted? Or is this kind of a one-off?
Mr. Baumgartner, would you like to comment?
Commissioner Lawson, my understanding is that these have generally been accepted. In the past, talking with the other planners, my understanding is that there has been an occasion where an additional setback has been required on them of 8 feet. That's always been by the commission. That's to have it be at the same setback as the actual primary structure. Staff's not recommending one in particular tonight. That would be up to you, but they have typically been accepted.
Any further questions? Commissioner Brewster?
Thank you, Chair. With this expansion as well as the existing house and pavement, assuming we approve the expansion, is it still under the required minimum for permeable surfaces?
Commissioner Brewster, that is my understanding, yes.
Further questions? Thank you, Mr. Baumgartner. Is the applicant here? Please come forward. State your name, address, and spell your last name.
Travis Weiss, 2755 3rd Street, WEISS.
What would
that's
you like to
everything.
add? What would you like to add to Mr. Baumgartner's presentation?
Pretty much, just to kind of clarify, we are not looking for a mother-in-law suite, technically is what they're calling it. We do not want that. The reason why we're doing this, my wife got a new job. She's working from home. Our house is very small and only has 3 bedrooms. We need a office space. I'm self-employed also, so we put 2 offices so I can actually put my stuff instead of every little corner in our house where it's driving her nuts. So that's why we did 2 offices. Might as well use a great room, so because we have 2 children that are getting into the teenage. So that's why we put the great room, and then obviously storage, because we're going to lose storage up in the rafters from our old garage. So we're going to use storage up there for that. So Christmas decorations, so on. There might be a shower added. I did let him know, but that was because my plumber did tell me to push some water through the pipes to get it so it doesn't freeze up. He said to have your son go out and take a shower a couple times a week and just to get all the toilet paper and everything, just so you guys, I wanted to be transparent on that. So, but that's the only reason why. I do not need my mother-in-law moving in. But any other questions, I guess?
Questions for Mr. Weiss? Commissioner Davis?
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Weiss, what's the height of your home that's sitting there?
Got to be
Do you
about
know?
32 feet, I believe. It's not going to be taller than my house. So that's one thing I know we did talk about. So it will not be seen from the street, actually. It won't even be noticed.
Thank you.
Further questions for Mr. Weiss? Commissioner Brewster?
Thank you, Chair. I'm assuming you've talked to your neighbors about this and they're all pretty
Yep.
chill with it?
Actually, 2 of them are going to be helping me tear down my old garage. As far as if I get approved, they're going to be helping me tear it down on Saturday.
Further questions? Seeing none, thank you, Mr. Weiss.
Thank you.
This item is a public hearing. If you are here to speak to this item, please come forward. Anybody that would like to speak on the conditional use permit for the detached garage on 3rd Street? Please state your name, address, spell your last name.
Okay, my name is Samuel Haug. I live at 507 Christian Avenue, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and my last name is spelled H-A-U-G. I'm just here to keep it short and succinct. I'm vouching for the man to let him have his garage. That's all there is to it.
Any questions for Mr. Haug? Seeing none, thank you, Mr. Haug. Anyone else that would like to comment during the public hearing portion on the detached garage? Seeing none, we will close the public hearing, and the chair would entertain a motion on this item. Commissioner Zoig,
I'll make a motion to approve.
is there a second?
I'll second.
Commissioner Leonard, second. Any further discussion on the detached garage before we vote? Commissioner Davis.
I'd like to throw out the possibility of amendment that there be a condition that there's no kitchen installed.
Nope. Promise.
Okay.
At least not when I own the house. How's that?
Is there a second to that amendment? Seconded by Commissioner Erickson. Any further discussion on the amendment that there will be no kitchen in this detached garage? Any further discussion? Let's vote on the amendment of no kitchen. I will call the roll on that. Commissioner Reed,
Aye.
Commissioner Zoig,
Aye.
Commissioner Brewster,
Aye.
Commissioner Davis,
Aye.
Commissioner Erickson,
Aye.
Commissioner Holzman,
Aye.
Commissioner Lawson,
Aye.
Commissioner Leonard,
Aye.
and Commissioner Helgeson votes aye. That amendment passes, vote 9 affirmative, 0 negative. So now we will go back to the original motion of approval for the detached garage. Is there any further discussion? I will call the vote. Commissioner Zoig,
Aye.
Commissioner Brewster,
Aye.
Commissioner Davis,
Aye.
Commissioner Erickson,
Aye.
Commissioner Holzman,
Aye.
Commissioner Lawson,
Aye.
Commissioner Leonard,
Aye.
Commissioner Reed,
Aye.
and Commissioner Helgeson votes aye. That motion passes 9-0. We move on to item number 9, which is a public hearing for another conditional use permit off-street parking facility on Fifth Avenue. Presenter is Mr. Noel.
Good evening, Plan Commission. This conditional use permit is for, excuse me, I'm a little under the weather, for an off-street parking facility for Mayo Clinic off of Fifth Ave in the corner of Spruce Street. The subject site here is showing these 3 parcels owned by Mayo Clinic across the street from their main campus. The structures have been removed, it's vacant. What facilitates this need here is this loading dock project that's been already approved at the city to expand the loading bays. This site plan shows parking that was lost along Fifth Avenue where the landscaping is shown, where the drive aisle is. That used to be parking, or will be removed with this project. This is a rendering that shows how they're going to upgrade the facility wall there in the loading dock. And so then the need for that lost parking is met with across the street on Fifth Avenue with this proposed layout. This is just proposed. They're asking for the use with the conditional use permit to allow the off-site accessory parking for their campus. The city code allows off-site parking within 500 feet of the actual main use, so they are within that distance across the street. So this layout is conceptual. Again, they just want the use, and then they'll come back later with a site plan for your approval, but shows kind of generally how they can maximize the parking on the lot with a fence that buffers the residential to the east, and then accommodating stormwater to the west there on the lot line. And so just with the conditions of approval with this, that we have found that it generally meets all the ordinances. There are several conditions as noted in the staff report related to that. There, if you shall approve this, that they're gonna have to assemble all 3 parcels together in a certified survey map to get it to be one parcel. We do want to have that buffering with that landscape fence, whether it's wood or vinyl or masonry along that residential, those properties. So we call that out as 6 foot tall with 100% privacy fence. And also as it transitions to the front properties, the front lot lines, for that to taper down to become more of a hedgerow or some sort of landscaping to kind of soften that, but to allow clear vision triangles to work with the front of along 5th Street. Again, the site plan will come in later. We do say that if this is the proposed parking lot layout that they prefer, that they work to modify that stormwater facility to also meet the landscaping guidelines for screening parking lots. And so we do give the option for an alternative design if they want to go back to look at how they might want to incorporate landscaping with a hedgerow and some stormwater facility along 5th Street. So that gives them an option for that. And outdoor lighting, they just submit a photometric plan that shows how it's met. We did not know about the type of height of the pole mounts, and so the code is 25 feet for those. They did show that they're fully shielded as well to meet dark sky compliance. And that is all that we have for the staff report.
Sorry, any questions for Mr. Noel? Seeing none, thank you, Mr. Noel. Is the applicant here? State your name, address, and spell your last name.
Yes, good evening. My name is Gordon Howie. I live at S11947 Lowe's Creek Road, Oliva, Wisconsin, 54738. Last name is spelled Howie.
Would you like to add anything, Mr. Howie, to Mr. Noel's presentation?
He did a really good job. The only thing I would add is that the impetus of this obviously is the expansion of our loading dock, but due to the closures of the HSHS Revea, we've seen an uptick in volumes, both in ED, inpatients, clinical patients, of up to 30%. And serendipitous to that, we've had the opportunity to hire about 700 incremental staff to support that patient care. So our lots are filling up again to pre-pandemic levels. We also have some departments requiring return to office work. So that's adding complexity to our parking challenges. We have some master planning that some of us in the room are familiar with that might affect future parking, so we want to address that now. And then the last thing I'll say is we really want to be good neighbors. We know Randall Park can be contentious with street parking. We want as many employees off the street as we can handle.
Any questions for Mr. Howie? Commissioner Erickson.
Mr. Howdy, a fence would be erected on the east side of the lot. That would be, well, I'm not sure. How close would that come to the back of those buildings? I see the property line is the buildings are almost right on the property line.
I'm going to have to get support from our engineer, but I want to say it's about 10 feet if I recall. 10 feet?
About 10 feet. Are you aware, are there windows that are along that side of the lot, that from the homes that face that lot?
There are. I would also add that there's a lot of shrubbery, trees that obstruct their view as well.
Okay.
Because there used to be houses there.
Yeah, I'm assuming there were.
Yeah.
But not that close. And I'm a little concerned about a 6-foot fence that might obstruct some view that they might have. Not that a view of a vacant
Sure.
lot or a parking lot would be, but it lets in light.
Yeah, I guess I would say, without a lot of commitment, we'd certainly look at different options if that was a deal breaker for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Further questions? For Mr. Howie. Commissioner Brewster.
Thank you, Chair. I've driven by a few times this past week, and I noticed there's still a lot of parking, or at least it seems to be pretty available, especially in that lot that's over kind of by the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just wondering, if we're talking about employees, would it be possible to have them park there instead of, here? I mean, I realize that the houses have already been purchased and raised, but is that, I guess it's just been like an ongoing munch into the neighborhood. And,
Sure.
And I was just wondering if you have any thoughts as to what the final footprint of your parking needs might be.
That's a really good question. We do have, again, I don't want to say too much out of school, but we have plans for parking ramps to offset some of the surface level parking. We have plans that would probably, like you said, gobble up some of that outlot, and by the radio station, we call it Lot 15. What I will say is that during the day, that lot's going to fill up as we add employees, add more employees coming back to work. I'll also say some of the spaces we've displaced are for fleet vehicles and couriers, logistics, and so it would be unreasonable to ask them to park out there when they're doing their business all day long. The other thing I'll add is that we have a population that doesn't necessarily feel safe walking from that distance, especially at night. Although we don't have any facts to support it, I don't want to be dismissive of their concerns.
Okay, thank you.
Further questions for Mr. Howie? Seeing none, thank you, Mr. Howie.
Thank you.
This item is a public hearing. If you are here to speak to this item, please come forward. Anyone that would like to speak to the conditional use permit for the off-street parking facility on Fifth Avenue? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing portion, and the chair would entertain a motion. Commissioner Brewster?
I so move.
We have a motion for approval. Is there a second? Commissioner Leonard?
I'll second.
We have a motion for approval and a second. Any further discussion on the off-street parking facility? Commissioner Erickson?
I do have some concerns regarding the backing right up against the homes to the east, but I think that's best addressed at the site plan level, and we can deal with it at that time. But I do have some concerns about that, and maybe there's some better types of screening that could be provided that would be more conducive to light and air movement and that sort of thing for those homes to the east. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Yes, as Mr. Noel pointed out, they will have to return for a site plan if we do approve the conditional use permit tonight. And again, any vote on this is not in regard to the loading zone. It's strictly the off-street parking facility. So any further discussion? Seeing none, I'm going to call the vote. Commissioner Zoig.
Aye.
Commissioner Brewster.
Aye.
Commissioner Davis.
Aye.
Commissioner Erickson.
Aye.
Commissioner Holzman.
Aye.
Commissioner Lawson.
Aye.
Commissioner Leonard.
Aye.
Commissioner Reed.
Aye.
And Commissioner Helgeson, the chair votes aye. That motion passes 9-0. We move on to item 10, which is future agenda items and announcements. Mr. Noel?
Yeah, so we have, your next planning commission meeting's June 2nd, and there you go. We have, only really one item, it's the capital improvement plan that finance will bring before you to make sure it's consistent with the comprehensive plan. So it should be a lighter meeting. I did have a request from the chair about, looking at possibly, actually from Mel Erickson, sorry. I know we've been talking about it too, but some of the open meeting law kind of decorum and things like that in terms of the planning commission to train some of the new members as well. So we could add that if you're interested to the agenda to talk a little bit about your role and how you make decisions on legislative items or quasi judicial items and things like that, just to make sure you feel more confident with the different projects that come before you. So if you're interested in that, we can do a short, maybe 15-minute little training.
Is there interest in that?
Yes, please.
Sure, that would be very helpful, Mr. Noel.
Great. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. We are adjourned.